Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. If it's your first time seeing me, go ahead and like this video because I know you're gonna like it already. Subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you never miss another upload. And if you already are subscribed, hey babies, welcome back. So today guys, we are going to be talking about something I always get asked about. Also something that I made a video about, I feel like twice before, but of course, sometimes we have to redo things. We have to revisit certain topics. So today we're going to be talking about dealing with unsupportive romantic partners and friends in your spiritual journey. So yes, we're going to get right into it. I literally just uploaded a video yesterday. I woke up this morning and I was like, girl, I want to do a video about this today. So I'm excited to come to you guys with the tea. So of course, thank you guys for being here. I love y'all as always. Check the description box down below to book readings with me, shop everything. Y'all already know, get into the tea. Love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that you want to understand is whenever you are coming into your spiritual journey, you are not going to be the same person that you were getting into it. You know, as you are learning different things, healing different things, stopping, certain habits, picking up different things that you want to do, putting certain things down, you are reinventing yourself. You are becoming a completely different person. Like, you are literally changing who you are from the inside out. Your environment needs to kind of fall in line with that balance, but it's not going to be overnight and it's not going to be immediate. So I feel like a lot of times we get into our spiritual journey and we instantly get discouraged because we start feeling so much imbalance, and we start forgetting to meditate, and we just kind of get out of the habit of things. And it's like, dang, why am I, not able to do what I need to do on my journey? A lot of times it's because nothing else has changed except for us. We're still hanging with the same friends, doing the same things, feeling the same ways, watching the same stuff, being in the same environments, not really connecting with people who are better suited for who we are in our journey now. So definitely on your journey, relationships are going to need to change. Relationships, whether it's friendships or a romantic relationship, the relationship is going to need to change, regardless, because you're a different person now. You have different needs. So definitely out the gate, the first thing to do in these spaces is let it be known, you know what I'm saying, the things that you need. If you need a more healthier space to communicate, if you need someone to hold you accountable, if you want to open up, certain things that you dealt with in the past with a certain person so you can deal with them for real now that you have the tools to do it. Healing is hard. It's hard when we're doing it on our own, and it's even more difficult when we're dealing with another person and how they feel and their viewpoints. So it's definitely a lot of talking that needs to be had, but be as open as you can be as transparent as you can be, and understand if someone loves you, they're going to be excited that you're changing for the better. They're going to be excited that you're healing. They're going to be excited that you've found something to ground you and just help you move throughout life with a little more ease, a little more happiness. It's not about everybody believing what you believe. It's not about everybody, wanting to do it because you started doing it. A lot of people have their beliefs and they will have their beliefs. Sometimes you can definitely encourage someone to get deeper in their journey, but that's their business. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will probably still be doing the same things. So don't feel like you have to try to get everybody else to do the same thing that you do, because everyone's journey is different. So we also want to remember that this doesn't mean that we are inherently right. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't mean that we are automatically on the right side of the fence, and that the person that we're, having to cut off, that everything is wrong with them. In relationships, it takes two to tango. It's been a lot of situations in friendships that I've walked away from just because I've realized this person does not know how to be the friend that I need anymore. And instead of talking about it, I just walked away from the friendships and just, let it be whatever it was, and then just walked away from it. And now through, my experiences and my awakenings, I've learned that talking to friends and talking to people that you love about your journey and letting them know who you are now, and letting them know how you need to be treated differently, and helping them, help you set different boundaries, and allowing them to hold you accountable, and allowing them to support you and congratulate you on new milestones. It's one of the best things that you can have in this journey. And a lot of times we kind of cut ourselves off from that opportunity just by saying fuck everybody. First things first, guys, always literally communicate and let your friends know, this is what I need now. Drinking every night does not serve me, so I don't really want to do that anymore. I'm gonna still be with y'all, I'm gonna still fuck with y'all, but I don't want to drink, and I don't want nobody ask me about that shit. Like, a lot of times if you let people know what you need, if they respect you, they will follow the rules. Like, I was sober and didn't drink, didn't smoke for years while I was in college, and y'all know in college everybody is drinking, smoking, and doing whatever. And I never felt pressure to do nothing because I'm not doing nothing if I don't want to fucking do it. Like, That's another thing as well. Whenever we set these new boundaries, we have to make sure that we are, keeping these boundaries up ourselves, but also that we have friends that will help reinforce our boundaries. Like if you have a problem with drinking and you don't want to drink anymore, that's something that you're working on giving up. Let your friends know that, and make sure that your friends are letting you know, like, hey girl, you sure you want to have a glass of wine? Like, how have you been doing? I know you said you wouldn't want to drink anymore. The people around you should hold you accountable, but you have to teach them how to do that. You have to open that door so that they can be there for you in that space. And sometimes, you will be able to suggest to them certain spiritual bath recipes or certain journal prompts or certain exercises, or as they just see you being healed from certain things, as they see you change your life in certain ways and manifest things and release shit and, break free and step into who you really are. And now as a friend, you can pour those energies into them. Like, you being a better you will allow you to be a better friend and a better, partner in general. So definitely when we're getting in our journey, do not get discouraged when immediately you don't align with everybody. Everybody is still the same them. You are a totally different you. So that's why everybody looks so different and so foreign to you. But these are still the people that have loved you and taken care of you and, talk to you. So have conversations with them. And moving from that, if you know they're not respecting you, if they know they're not fucking with it, then okay, it is what it is. Again, like what I was talking about, everybody isn't going to believe what you believe and practice the way that you do, but respect is something that should be given across the board. So if you guys are with people, because I know a lot of people have told me they've been with people who have laughed and made jokes about their beliefs, they've played with them like it wasn't that serious, or they've just downplayed it. If you have anybody around you that's playing with you like that, the first time they did that, you should have told them about themselves. So ask yourself and work on healing that with yourself about why you allow people to disrespect your beliefs. Like, you should not let anybody, if something means something to you, you should stand on that shit and not let anybody try to play you about that shit. Like, don't let people play you. Don't let people make you feel like the stuff that you're doing isn't right if you know it's right for you. Like, be confident in that and stand on that. Because a lot of times people do that to us because we aren't defending ourselves. And if you're defending yourself and they're still doing it, then fuck them. You don't need to be around them anyway. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to keep telling people, don't play with me, over and over and over and over again. Once you establish that boundary, it is what it is. And if you want to play with me, you're not about to be around me. Like, everybody is not going to be able to still be in your space. Some people won't ever respect the new things that you're stepping into, and that's on them. But a lot of times the people around us who love us will respect us and will support us. Even if they don't understand, even if it's from a distance, they still will be able to wish you well. So it's a very, very vast difference. And I feel like that communication allows us to separate who's really fucking with us and who wants to support us in this change, and who is just about to make fun of us and, disregard our boundaries and play with us. You know what I'm saying? We lay down that line and we defend that line, and we should not have any problems with anything. Seriously, we are in control of how people treat us and the things that people do to us. And if you establish that you are in a space where you set boundaries now, maybe if you haven't set boundaries before in the past, but again, these are people that love you. These are people that are familiar with you. These are people you are familiar with. So it should be, now, of course, it's always easier for you to, go off on somebody that you don't know rather than talking to somebody that you do know. But it's a good healing experience for you to address those problems first, because I say what I want to anybody, but there's still a lot of people in my life that I have stuff to say to that I can't ever say that to them. So yes, I enjoy being able to, say what I want now, but I wish I would have had this voice in other spaces. So make sure that you find your voice early on in your journey so you can articulate the things that you need. Because I have never had a problem. Like, people always ask me, how do you deal with people judging you because of your beliefs, or not supporting you because of your beliefs, or, nobody has ever done that, because I do not play that. Like, I respect everybody and I respect myself. So if I'm stepping into something new, if you know me, then you should know it's not on no bullshit. You should know it's not on no game. You should know I'm about my business and I am about, bettering myself. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, you should know that I wouldn't put myself in something that's going to harm me. You should know that I wouldn't put myself in an uncomfortable situation. I expect everybody around me to know that and to hold me to that standard when I'm not holding myself to that standard. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times it is a very big shift for us to look at our friends and say, are these friends benefiting me? What do these people have to offer me now in my new chapter? You know what I'm saying? If you need friends to hold you accountable, if you need friends you can pray with, that you can plan with, that you can talk about your insecurities with, that you can share healing with, that you can express yourself with, that you can grow with and learn with. And we should all want friends like that. Every friend is not going to be a friend like that. A lot of people you just have a good time with, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Every friend that we make, every connection that we make is not supposed to change our lives exponentially. A lot of people you keep in your life because you love them and you have a good time with them, and that is enough. You know what I'm saying? You're still pouring into each other. Everybody is not going to be eye to eye to you. But the people that are, you're going to be able to grow with them and expand with them. And those are the types of relationships, of course, that we're going to be trying to attract with us when we get into that space. So we have to make sure that we are looking for that and that we're able to see, okay, these are friends that I can only do this with, but I don't even want to do this anymore. You know, I left a lot of friends behind because all they did was talk shit about everybody else. I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that, because as I stayed in those circles more and more, I also became a topic of the conversation. You do not get to stand in the shit without getting shit on your shoes as well. Don't think that you're going to be the only person that don't get touched by the drama, by the gossip, by the bullshit, by the lies. That doesn't happen. If you lay down in those types of areas, it's going to be affecting you. And a lot of us get into those spaces and keep those people around us, and we're like, how can I break free? How can I move forward? You have to get those people from around you. And whenever you remove yourself out of those spaces, there are no more people talking about you. And if they are, you don't hear it, so you don't give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be talking about you always. People are always going to be nasty and feel away about you, but you shouldn't have none of them people around you. Like, those types of energies should be miles away from you. Like, you know it's there, you protect yourself against it, and that is it. Other than that, that shit should never be to your front door. So set up those boundaries where you attract people who mean you good things. Like, set intentions for the new people that you want in your life, and think about the type of friend that you need to be to attract those friendships. And the same thing in romantic partnerships. You know what I'm saying? These relationships really are, you know, one and the same as far as like how to talk to people and what you should be getting from people. But of course, you want to make sure that you're getting the things, you know, that you need as well. And literally, education is key. I feel like a lot of people, you know, don't understand us or feel like it's weird because they've never been comfortable asking the questions. But there's a reason that, you know, your new friend is not psychic. There's a reason that your friend is starting to see things and experience things. Like, you might really need that one day. Like, you might really need that knowledge and really need to, you know, step into those spaces. So definitely, you know, I feel like this is such an individual journey that we go on, and it really is all about prioritizing ourselves and being the best version of ourselves that we can be. So when we interject ourselves in relationships and places and situations, it instantly boosts the vibration of the room. We instantly change lives. We're manifesting the things that we want. Like, we want to make sure that inside we are so good. So when we open up to the world, it's healing only. It's healing. It's elevating. It's touching. It's giving everybody what they need. So yeah, and a lot of that comes from looking around at the people around you, but it's natural. Again, you're the only one that is changing, and just be open with people, you know, and be kind to others as well. A lot of people have told me as well, they get on their journey and then they start feeling like they're better than everybody, or they start feeling like, you know, you got a friend that you know needs to meditate, or you got a homegirl and you know she needs to do the cord cutting on this man, you know what I'm saying? Or just seeing people like they manifesting and they always being negative. It's like, it can really feel in some spaces, why aren't they just getting it? But life will always humble you, you know what I'm saying? So don't worry too much if you're feeling uber confident in your journey and you just feel like the people around you are beneath you, because that is something as well that people deal with on their journey, feeling like you are miles ahead of everybody. Because spiritually you might be, intellectually you might be, but that doesn't mean that you are, you know, more worthy than this person, that you, or that you are better than this person, or that this person doesn't have anything to offer you. Because anyone that we spend time with in our life, they have something to offer us. You know, they're there for a reason, even if it's to show you what you don't need. So, you know, we start to kind of get into a space where we appreciate all of the energies around us, even if the people aren't on our level, you know, spiritually. And yeah, I mean, this is something so often that a lot of people deal with when they have a lot of spiritual gifts. You know, people who are very gifted typically end up becoming fucking cult leaders and crazy ass maniacs, you know, because they cannot handle the power and because they feel like they are better than everyone else and that they are superior, when really you have that knowledge to give it to everybody else. You don't have that knowledge to hoard it for yourself and to give it out when people are giving to you. You have that to share with people in your love and in your life. Like, you should be around people and you shouldn't even have to try to brighten somebody's day. Like, you should be around somebody and you shouldn't even have to try to make them feel better. Like, your energy is enough. And when you're doing the work, your energy is enough. Like, people around you are going to start seeing that there is things different about you. People around you are going to start seeing that you are freer than you used to be. You're brighter than you used to be. You're smiling wider than you used to. You know, people around you who love you are going to be picking up like, wow, this person is elevating in the way that maybe I didn't expect them to elevate, you know, in a way that I wasn't expecting them to step into. So definitely the people around us always recognize, you know, who we are in these spaces and where we are coming from, of course. So we definitely want to be mindful of that as we move forward, you know, that everything is for a reason. And there is so much to learn in the relationships that we have with us whenever we step into our awakenings, because those people were around you and that pushed you to go find something else, that pushed you on your journey, that let you in that space. Like, all of those people had to be around you in your life at that time to give you the gift of realizing who you are and realizing the things that you needed. So there's so much for us to learn in those spaces. And I feel like this is kind of a different perspective, you know, to cutting everybody off when you get on your journey, because that's something we always talk about, but you are becoming a totally different version of you. Everybody isn't always ready to let go of the toxic shit. You know, you remember how hard it was for you to cut off certain things or release certain things and realize, okay, I really can't watch this no more. I really can't do this no more. I really can't be in these spaces anymore. Like, you understand, you know, how difficult it was to pull away from those things. So a lot of times it can look very weird to people and very strange when they're just used to knowing a different version of you. And a lot of times we are so set in our ways. We are so stubborn. So when we emerge as this enlightened, brand new breath of fresh air, a lot of people can't even understand it or put two and two together. So we also have to give people around us, you know, time to align with the things that we want. But communication, draw that line, set that boundary, and stick with it. And if they play with it, then bye. And that way you're able to understand, okay, I gave this person a boundary. They chose to disrespect it anyway. What can you do about that? You know, all you can do in those situations is release and move forward. You did what you had to. They just, you know, didn't keep up the end of the bargain. But the biggest part of this journey is serving you and understanding that in order to serve anyone in life, you have to first serve yourself. So in these relationships, it's important to understand, as I am becoming a new person, this relationship needs to grow. This relationship needs to meet me where I am. You know, have conversations, you know, with your partner. Talk to the person that you are with. Talk to the person that you love. Talk to the person that you are married to. And let them know that you are moving your life in a different direction and that you would love to have them with you. And this is how you get to fall into this space. You know, I want to do certain things. I want to be in certain spaces. I want to have different conversations. There could be a lot of old, you know, stuff away in dressers and drawers that you got going on with people, letting them know, hey, I want to release this. I want to get all of this shit on the table. I want to move forward. I want to make this relationship one that serves us better. It can even be as simple as that. I want to make this relationship one that serves us better. How can I be a better friend to you? How can I be a better partner to you? You know, what do I need to do to see you shine? What do I need to do to benefit your energy more? You know, in all spaces, we just want our friends to serve us. So very quickly, we start to realize, wow, other than a good time, I'm really not getting anything from these energies. If anything, it's weighing me down, it's stressing me out. It's like, okay, expressing that and letting people know that, because if they love you and they want to see you grow, then they will be there for you. But of course, it's also a time for us to realize who is for us and it is not. So it's such a balance, you know, everything really is equally as beautiful and as giving and as, you know, new and beautiful, you know, meeting all these new people, learning all of these new things and tapping into all these new perspectives. And we're purging all of the old stuff. So there's a lot of things in our life that cannot align with the new life, because you are a new person in totality. You're a completely new person. You know, a lot of times we eat differently, we walk differently, we talk differently about our passions. We start different jobs and we might parent our children differently and try to instill different values in them. You know, we go through so many changes in who we are and how we want to live our life for the duration, you know, of our time here on earth. It's so imperative that we're able to, you know, be vocal about that and let everybody else know the space that we're in so they can meet us as well. Because a lot of times the people in your life are there to help you articulate the things that you're feeling and help you see eye to eye, especially if you know you have people who love you and who support you. But yeah, community is definitely important. It's definitely going to be a lot of change. But of course, if the people love you that are around you, then they will support you in that change. And if they don't, that is all good as well. So yes, guys, that is some tea about dealing with kind of integrating these ideals into our friendships and our relationships. And just, you know, some pointers and some tea. I always feel like I end up just rambling and talking on and on about stuff, but it ends up making sense when I edit it. But yes, I love you guys and appreciate you guys so much. And I hope that this made you feel validated in your search for community as you move forward. I always think online is a great place to find community. Facebook groups, Instagram, YouTube, here underneath the comments, connecting with people, linking up with people, you know, messaging people, expressing, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. I see you're dealing with the same thing, you know, connecting with people and building community, building family, and being open to, you know, the possibilities within that is always going to be good. And it's always a beautiful place to start. But yeah, I feel like this can help us navigate, you know, those transitions better and honor the relationships that we have in our life now as we move forward into the future. So yes, that is a tea, guys, for today. I love y'all so much and appreciate you guys as well. Hope you guys love this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys. Bless.